first game of the third, sorry, play 07 today, and it's not the last one of the week. I think there is. Let me check. I don't want to say something stupid. Yeah, there will still be Knuschel Bear against Sampu tomorrow. But yeah, that is going to be the last series of today, and it's another play 05, this time between bwinner from SKG and Forjustice from Nila Ninjas. And that game one is going to be Arkansas British against Japanese. We'll have to check the hunts. Need to check a bit closer.
It actually looks about even.
Yeah, it's just recording, so I need to. All right. One hunt, two hunts. Yeah, it actually looks sort of worse than the usual spawn, but even. So that is okay. And that hunt is still okay for Brits, I guess. And that one, yeah, it should be fine. I think this should be fine.
Yep. Coin start for these players as well.
Yeah, coin start being quite good for Brits, as they start with more wood. They have an extra 60 wood after building their manor, because an EP a manor costs 140 wood. So they still have 60 wood left, which is more than what you need for hunting dogs. So if you get some gold, and he did get a 40 gold treasure, you can very easily get hunting dogs, actually.
Yep.
So yeah, he's got hunting dogs on the way and a market and a house going down, while Japan can't really do much with that gold again.
No, but he's picking up, let's see, 90 food, which is going to be a good, I think, a good treasure to pick up at this point in the game for Japan. He put down 2 shrines immediately as well, and just ignored his coin crate.
Yeah, so he must have chopped 40 wood, because on EP the shrines cost 120 instead of 25, and so he chopped 40 wood and slammed down a second shrine, which sounds very worse to me, if you
That's
ask me.
actually kind of interesting, and I wonder if the math adds up in a way that it's worth it to do it that way, but most likely it is.
Well, let's do it. I mean, 40 wood is 80 villager seconds. But now for like the next 2 minutes or so, he's gathering 0.42 food per second. So times 120, that's like roughly 50 food you get back from that. Maybe a bit more. It's maybe more than 2 minutes. I don't know. I think basically you probably age up slightly later. You maybe lose like 20 or 30 food to your age up, but you do get the shrine up earlier. So overall you have more eco, but you age slightly later. So it's probably fine. You also get more XP out of that shrine by building it. And so you get your 2 achievement a little bit earlier. So I think it's good.
That makes sense, yeah.
Not a huge deal either way. I think it just feels bad to have 80 wood left as Japan and not use it, right?
Yes, yeah, that's for sure. And Pop goes down the age up for Forjustice, so he's still got a pretty decent age up time on him.
Yeah. Yeah, clicking up before Brits. Still gonna be up. I was gonna say still gonna be up after Brits, but in fact it's gonna be up just before Brits because he's got 3 bills and the Wonder. And 3 bills and the Wonder means your age up takes as long as a European one, actually. So he's gonna be up slightly before, and that is the Torii Gates, not the standard Toshugo Shrine. It's the Torii Gates. So he will get the Samurai and a rickshaw, a military rickshaw out of that, and the XP bonus on all the kills and builds.
That's going to be quite the aggressive build out of Forjustice then, from the looks of it.
Definitely.
Is this going to be maybe an Ashigaru rush?
Yeah. I think the plan is to try to use the Samurai to maybe deny the British front base, because however, bwinner is scouting it, which is extremely important. I really like that bwinner is scouting that now, because now he might not go for a front base. So yeah, the plan is that the samurai can deny the front base, and then you just go Ashi probably, yeah.
Yeah, I'm super interested to see how this plays out because standard Japanese play out of Forjustice. Really enjoy that.
Hey. Hey, Noel. I don't know. Noel popped in the Discord and then left. Not sure what's up, but maybe just a misclick.
Yeah, no doubt. But
Oh, the
shout
score.
out to Noel.
I forgot about the score to reset them to 0-0. All right.
Ah, yes.
That's probably why. All right. That is fixed. Sorry for that, guys. So yeah, that's the problem of these story gates, right? If you don't catch your opponent off guard and he scouts the wonder, what is the samurai doing? I guess it will kill the explorer, and he will get more XP because you get 50% more experience when you have the story gates. So he will get something like 67.5 experience there, which is nice, but does it really pay off? I don't know.
I am sorry, grief. I may
I mean, it's a nice bit of experience. It's better than nothing for the
Yeah.
samurai, and I guess British is forced to build in base, so there's some value there. But 4 villagers coming down as for shipment for justice.
Yeah,
Interesting.
what looked like a very aggressive build and just denied the front base is in fact probably going to be a greedy sort of semi-FF or something. So that's a mind
Yeah,
game. That's just full mind game from Forjustice, and that is just the way he plays, especially Japs. He played Japanese so different from most people, and he likes to mind game a lot. Just go for some aggressive stuff, the Tori, and then in fact, just go for super greedy. Sometimes he goes full unit shipments like Daimyo, five ashes, Daimyo, 5 Yumis, 5 Yumis, that kind of stuff, you know. And this time he's just going super greedy. And look at that, just throwing some units and gonna pick up to 135 gold. Gonna get more XP out of killing the pirates as well, and just gonna get so much gold towards his age up.
yeah, I think so as well. So yeah, just foregoing the classic shrine boom and just pumping out a bunch of villager shipments. He does have the market up, and he's getting the market upgrades.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm interested to see how this pans out.
the
Because what
pirate.
is British doing? Sorry.
No. What is British? You tell me. What is British doing?
I mean, there's just kind of second shipment is 700 coin on the ground. He's got his barracks up. He's got longbow pike. I think he was expecting aggressive play, and then it just did not come.
700. I mean, yeah, you meant 700 wood. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Yeah, just doing British stuff. Not feeling like he wants to push out against these story gates. And then I don't know what these units are really going to achieve. I feel like when you see Torii Gates and you think that your opponent is going to go for Ashes, you should probably go Musk, because I don't think this is going to end well for bwinner. I don't think this is going to be good. The Ashes are going to walk on top of that, plus the Samurai, which actually, the Samurai actually does fine against longbows. So he might just go back when he sees the Ashes now.
Yep. And another 67 XP going down for the Japanese player.
Good point. Good point. And also the shrines he builds give him more experience. Although he didn't rebuild shrines. He built 2 shrines in H2 and 3 in H1, I mean, and 3 shrines in H2.
Yeah, he's just using them as houses at this point. Again, very atypical, but we'll see what happens from here. Going up to the next stage, I think maybe Ashy Flaming Arrow sort of build. Because if you're gonna hop up to the next stage and you have that artillery shipment, it can be quite powerful. It's kind of like a Spanish way of playing, but
Yeah, I mean, it's either Ashy Flaming Arrow or Ashy Nagi, pretty much. Both of
going for
them
a
could be alright.
counterattack.
Sorry, what?
Going for a counterattack on these villagers.
Yeah, that's a nice counterplay here. Losing the shrines is quite painful. I mean, he's housed, and he's going to be even more housed now, but he will be able to replace them soon. I think he's going to go shrine somewhere here. But yeah, nice counter push. Gonna kill 1 Musk, not killing any Vil though, I think. Yeah, not too much achieved there, but also some idle time and just keeping Brits under pressure. And slamming down 2 shrines on top, so he's gonna be back to not housed. And aging up with the how did it call it? The Golden Pavilion,
Yes.
which is nerfed on EP, giving only 10% and not 15. So you could have seen instead the Shogunate, which gives you a daimyo, and it's equivalent to 10% attack.
Yes, as well as a shipment from the
Yeah.
experience, if I'm
Right.
not mistaken.
But you do get 6 Yumis from the Golden Pavilion, so it's kind of, it depends. The daimyo is nice because it's a forward shipment point. So like right now, Japan could be pushing already with the daimyo and his ashes and just ship whatever inside his daimyo right when he's pushing or something like that. You can also use it as a stable because right now Japan doesn't have a stable. But either way, he went for the Golden Pavilion, which is definitely a good age up as well. And he's getting veteran ashes, and I don't know if that British army will be super scary for Japan. With one shipment in, I think Japan is totally fine. Let's check what he's shipping.
Well, we'll have to wait on that one. I
8
can't
ashes.
see it. 8 ashes? Did it come out?
Yeah, you
Oh,
couldn't.
there you go.
Yeah, you couldn't see it because you need to first select the deck of the other player and then the Japanese deck. It's weird. But anyway, the Sentry is coming into Snare. The ashes are anyway faster, so I feel like Japan could have chased that more. He could have got more out of these Minutemen here. But now there's reinforcements coming in for bwinner. 6 longbows plus more units, and all in all, I expected Brits to lose here. I'm not gonna lie, but in fact, it's looking quite fine for bwinner here. Just traded some pikes for a bunch of units there, I think. Units lost.
Yeah. And the longbowmen pushing away these Ashi.
Still a fine trade for Japan, I guess. But
Yeah.
now British still has the tempo. He still got more stuff and he can keep pushing, which is important. Not sure it's enough though, because next unit shipment is gonna hurt British a lot.
Yes. It's like British has no real answer to artillery besides swamping the Japanese player with more units. But oh, and more Ashigaru coming out. Oh, and the rickshaw goes down.
Oh my god! Wow, I didn't. Wait, what is? Oh, it was
I
from
think
the
it was
Japanese
the rickshaw
consulate.
from the consulate.
Oh my god, that is big. But still, this fight is close. This fight is very close. I think it's still Japan favored. Yeah, it is Japan favored. Never mind. Most of the units are actually crossing the map for British, so he has to pull back here. Oh, that's quite laggy here.
Definitely a little bit laggy. Hopefully not too laggy for those, but yeah, these defenders' advantage as well as the veteran upgrade for the Ashi, the consulate, Japanese isolate. I'm not even gonna pronounce that word, but yeah, 10% attack for the Japanese consulate as well.
Looking quite good for Japan. I mean, next he can still ship so much stuff, because as much as Japan doesn't have the greatest unit shipments in H2, like 5 Yumis aren't too great and 5 Ashis are just average. However, in H3, the Japanese unit shipments are actually insane, especially they can ship them twice, but like 5 Nagis is 1k resources, 8 Ashis is almost 1k resources, 9 Yumis same, like it's so good. You can ship them twice, you can just remass so much as Japan, and because he's got the Torii gates, he gets so much experience out of fighting, so he can actually ship more. Whenever they trade, it's kind of better for Japan because he gets more XP and can ship more units. So yeah, that is interesting.
Yeah, I'm digging this play from the Japanese player. The Hussar coming up here. I don't know if he's going to try to reach down these shrines. Might be a slow endeavor. But now, oh, these British units are going to get almost caught by the Ashi.
I feel like these longbows are going to be awkward. I think he should have gone more heavy on Musk and get the Musk upgrades, like Musk attack, Musk HP. He kind of needed, really. And a good catch, though, by bwinner. These Ashes are going to trade not too awfully. They will get some HP. Oh, and clubs coming in, actually. So this trade is going to be good for bwinner. Never mind.
I mean, he picked up the Ashi, but he lost quite a few Hussar to get those.
Then again, I guess the Ashes are anyway, the Hussars are anyway useless, right? I mean, they don't really kill anything in that Japanese army, so I guess it's still good for bwinner just because he could not do much with his Huss. I kind of question why he trained them to begin with, but yeah, maybe just wants to raid and top there. But Japan
that's
being
a fair point. There's no raiding to be done.
Yeah,
if you wanted to catch the monks, you would probably just have like 2 or 3 Hussar out in the map, maybe 4. But
Oh, he made more of them. Yeah, that is too many hustles. Not a fan of
And
that.
those husks are going to be dead weight against this Japanese army, especially with close combat card being shipped as well. So now these Ashigaru are pretty beefy, and especially against cavalry. 6-mile longbowmen are just going to get caught out of position.
One of them gonna go down only. Could have been worse. I think Japan could have microed that a little bit better, maybe, and catch them with the clubs. Nice pull from the winner here, though, but this is so scary. I mean, so many longbows against mosques which they don't actually counter, and KVHP coming in. Like, what is he gonna do against this mass of ashes here? Just nothing.
I think he kind of abandoned going musketeers against Japan, which maybe not the best decision. I feel like upgraded British musketeers were not the best unit against Ashi, but at least a staple stopgap unit.
Probably your
I just
best
want to keep.
bet, yeah.
And now
And
all these Ashi can just come up here and just to force a fight against these longbowmen. The Minutemen coming out.
the Haas just going right into the clubs, so that's not too good. The thing is that now the Ashes are gonna kite away and kill the Hussars here so quickly, and he's gonna just sack his Yumis. He doesn't care, but the Yumis are not upgraded anyway. And these Ashes have 33 attack and a lot of HP from the close combat card, so I think this was another good trade for Japan. And the longer it goes like this, the better it gets for Japan, because it's going to be able to keep shredding the map. Brice is going to struggle to get any food, and he's going to keep shipping stuff like Ashi attack now. And what is Brice going to ship next? Like, what does he have in the bank? 700 gold, which is, yeah, I guess 700 gold is nice, but you know.
I think he shipped the food.
Yeah, he did, but next he will. I'm just questioning, like, what next? Like, look at this Ashy mass. He's got 57 double-carded Ashes plus a pavilion. He can even ship the Daimyo, even though it's an H2 shipment. It's still good in H3. I mean, it's just... These Ashes are going to be unbeatable. I think this fight is going to go very poorly for Brits. The Monk also tanking so much. The Hassas just trying to tank but dying almost instantly. And everything going to die. And this is maybe GG, I believe. I don't see Brits...
I mean, this is bwinner's last stand, and GG is called.
Indeed, yeah.
That was some interesting play out of Forjustice. I have never seen anything like this out of Japan, but I mean, why not?
I think this is the kind of plays that make Japan actually not as bad as many people say. Like, people have been saying that it's a bottom sieve for a while, but in fact, when you play, I think Forjustice plays them really well, actually. And whenever he plays Japan, it's always scary. Like, he always gets a lot of stuff. He's fast. He still has a solid eco. I mean, come on. He didn't Shrine Boom, but he still was matching the British eco somehow, just shipping 2x 4 wheels first card. And maybe bwinner didn't adapt the best. But what do you cannot front base against the Samurai, but you need to front base against double 4 wheels, right? But you cannot. So I don't know.
You know, I agree. His economy was like just slightly lesser than the British players, but because the units were better and because he was so good at picking his engagements, things really went into the Japanese players' favor. I also question all these Husser. I don't know what bwinner was trying to do with them.
Yeah, I think he needed more Musk and Musk upgrades, or at least, I mean, even better, I think he needed to age up and just get Vetmosk and Falconet or something like that. Because, oh, and by the way, he forgot to pick up his 700 food. It's still, most of it is still on the floor, even though it's been shipped 1 minute ago. But I think he needed to age, because you can still see the deck. That's not going to be for a long time, but you can still check in the Japanese deck and see what he ships. And you can see 4 wheels first. Then you can be like, okay, he's not going to rush me. After all, maybe I can age. I don't know. I'm not very good at this matchup, so I don't really know what he should have done. But I know he shouldn't have done that, at least. But was an interesting game for sure. So that makes it 1-0 for Forjustice.
It does, yep, absolutely. Forjustice is going to win right there. And I'm interested to see what the next games will give us. Let's see. Will you be casting the next one, or are we going to tag in and tag out?
I'm gonna be casting this, and maybe the one after. I'm not sure, but definitely not more than that. But we have people to replace us. Maybe Dark Sonic, or maybe Comet K, or I mean, there's at least we have at least 2 casters. So
Yeah.
but Dark Sonic still is going home. So when he comes home, he will probably be able to take over. We'll see about that.
Yeah.
Should be
Excellent.
fine.
As long as the show goes on.
And it will, for sure. And did bwinner lock first?
No one locked anything, though. I guess he would lock. Yeah, there it goes. Now he locks Ada.
Yeah, I mean, it's his main civ, and Arizona is a tremendous Ottoman map. Forjustice is going for Hero, which is usually considered to be countered by Otto, because it's just tough. It just feels like a tough matchup because of the Abyss-Jan, which is hard to counter in H2, and it's kind of hard to age up against Abyss-Jan. But we'll see what he can pull. That is definitely interesting. So we'll see. Interesting pick from Forjustice there, and I like this kind of matchup. It's usually quite aggressive and action-packed.
Yes. And action is always fun. That last game was pretty fun as well. I enjoyed it. And here we go. Arizona, Ottoman versus Iroquois.
Yep. And as soon as the recorded game is saved, I will be able to introduce the players. After I've checked the hunts, which are fine. The hunts are fine. Yeah, so we have here on top of the map Forjustice playing as Hero in the color red against, in the other side of the map, bwinner, the color blue, playing as Otto. And that is a coin start. Not really gonna matter at all in this matchup. I don't think anyone is gonna do anything with that coin in H1. Forjustice back hurling there. His first hunt.
Oh, that's awkward.
Yep.
Interesting. And then both players are making, I think, a beeline to the exact same TP. Ooh, I wonder who's going to get there first.
Well, Forjustice doesn't have the wood. I guess you're used to RE Hero. I think Forjustice is just trying to hunt down the Explorer, just directly attacking the Ottoman Explorer, like automatically winning the H1. This is something you can always do when the opponent goes for a TP and you do not. Not always, but in most matchups at least. So bwinner will get the first XP easily, but he will have to go back home and probably be very low HP. I expect him to have like 150 HP left, or 100 HP maybe left on his Explorer, so that's going to be awkward. Unless he can escape. Sometimes you can... He's trying to escape now. And the Hero Explorer has that awkward animation sometimes that takes a long time to go in. And yeah, indeed, bwinner going to escape.
There
Nicely
he
done.
goes.
Yep, nice.
So coming out with 250 HP. I guess that's kind of okay, but no good treasures in that area of the...
Finding the OP Surgeon treasure. Unfortunate. Because imagine if you would have found like 70 food or something like that in that corner, it would have been fine for bwinner actually. But now he's forced to now cross his base with the Explorer, just gonna find nothing obviously because it's his base. And then go on the other side and he will find 80 wood maybe, which is nice. Also 80 food on top. Although Hero has just spotted it, but not quite going for it just yet, deciding to go instead for the 70 coin. Questionable decision maybe.
Yeah, he was also converting that Coyote, but thankfully he canceled. Decided to...
I think he canceled because he spotted that, and he's gonna convert the Renegado maybe right after.
Yeah.
Even though you don't want to pick up the treasure at all.
Yeah, no, I don't think he's interested in that treasure. I think...
he will not. Okay. You can still get the Renegado. The Renegado is sort of like a treasure itself, so...
Oh yeah, it's an amazing unit, especially as we see you game earlier. So B Auto does pick up this 80 wood, and Forjustice will pick up his own 80 food. And now he converts it.
Yeah, so might as well have converted earlier, actually. I think he hesitated. He was like, oh no, I'm going to cancel. I want to get a Renegado on top. And then, oh no, there's a food treasure. I don't want to go on top. I want to go grab this before Otto does. Maybe something like that. I don't know. Either way, this 80 food comes in right when he's aging. So pretty good for him. And he does have 70 gold, which might help him later, although it's really not, like, Hero doesn't like gold so much early on. And the thing is that if you get a Renegado, then you can deny a trading post from going up, which is nice against Otto.
I definitely think he should have picked up. No, like this Coyote isn't going to do anything.
No, but he is up. Fast age from Hero, good old fast age. Doesn't have quite the XP for a shipment. That's the problem when you go fast age without a training post or without an experienced treasure. Not a fan of that. I don't know what he's gonna ship. That's the thing, right? If he wants to ship 4 Kanyas, oh, TP. That TP going up right next to the war hut. Interesting. Comet K donated $2 with a long text. Not gonna read that. It's too long. Thanks a lot. And that TP just in sort of an awkward spot.
Yeah, what this TP has to like is going to go down, I think, eventually. It's just too close to that war hut.
And there's 4 Kanyas on the way. So they're gonna be late because again he didn't have the experience. Like if you have an H1 TP or just an XP treasure, usually the 4 Kenyas would be already on the field now, racing towards Ottoman base and maybe denying that barracks. Who knows? Like they would have been in time. But now because he didn't have the XP, the 4 Kenyas, I'm not sure what they're really gonna do here. We'll see though.
700 wood coming down. Huh. And down goes the Explorer.
I think that's
yeah. So,
sorry, go ahead.
I'm just thinking Jan Abbas as a point, but what you were gonna say is probably
nope.
relevant.
I was gonna say the same. I think it's an in-base Abbas Jan indeed, and Foundry going down, but I don't know. You kind of expect 4 Kanyas, so yeah, he's just gonna give up on the Foundry for the time being, which I really like. Just TC fire the Aenas, focus on getting 5 gens out, and then you can build your Foundry safely. Although Hero is going back anyway, so. Grabbing a TP himself and probably gonna just siege down the Ottoman trading post. But the thing is that when you're stuck in H2 as Hero against Otto, it's tough because how do you kill Abus really? Like you can't make Cav when you fast age. Like you can't drain Cav for a while, and because Kenyas are so expensive, they cost wood. And then how do you kill Abus when you don't have Cav? Like Aenas are awkward. Tomahawks are awkward. They don't have that animation. I mean, they have that bad animation. So
yeah, it's gonna be a little tricky. And now that Stagecoach is down for B Auto as well.
Yeah.
I guess he does take down this trade post, and he gets 50% of it. He gets half the trade route.
Actually, yeah, I'm not a fan of that Stagecoach. I don't think he even needed that. But regardless, it's going to be very hard for Hero to deal with the Ottoman unit composition. The high IQ Jan Abus unit composition.
400 IQ. And then, 5 Abus do come out right underneath the Kanya. Well, that's one way to deal with them.
bwinner. Yeah, he needs to not do that. However, now, Forjustice not really reacting. The Hussars kind of sloppy unit control from boss players. But at the end of the day, sort of an even trade, I guess. I mean, basically 2 Abus died there and 2 Kanyas, so that's sort of even.
Was it 2 or was it 1?
It's 1, but I mean there's a very low HP one and another a bit low HP, so it's essentially, yeah, it's maybe lagging. The thing that, although wait, no, Forjustice should be in England at the moment, I think, in UK, so I don't think it should be distance lag, even though he's Chinese. So I don't know why it lags, but I don't think previous series was too laggy, so I don't know.
No, I saw some good micro out of the previous series. It might be me just being on the other side of the Atlantic, but
well, it was fine previous game, so I mean previous series. Anyway, we can lag test next game. We'll see about that.
Yeah. But now the Ottoman unit's coming up to the hut and beginning to siege it down. And
how do you stop that? Oh, and the War Chief.
I think he saves the War Chief just barely. There we go. But now these Abyss guns. Oh, in the end.
But he needs to stop sitting under the War Hut, maybe. I don't like this position from bwinner. He could, yeah, because more stuff's gonna pop. But does it really matter, actually? Aenas inside of the giant. 7 more Aenas, though. Yeah, so why would you sit under the War Hut there? However, if he can escape and just kill the remaining Kanyas, I don't know, this was a really good trade for Hero, I think, but now they're still Abus up, and I don't know what Hero does against that. If bwinner can just hit and run.
Yeah, he should be getting the endless Abyss kiting.
Yeah, especially
Two
because
more
he's
Abyss guns join.
pulling with his chance so that they keep kiting faster, which is nice to see. But yeah, still a pretty good trade for Hero, I think. We can check the units last. Yeah, killing 5 Abus, 3 Husks, which are not going to be replaceable anytime soon, and 6 Jans for 10 Hyenas and some Kanyas, I think is pretty good.
Yeah.
Especially Sorry, go ahead.
That fight underneath the war hut was just a little bit too awkward for the Ottoman player.
Yeah, not the smartest location to take a fight. Yeah.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, Hero is just content to keep doing that. Even though he doesn't take maybe the greatest trade, he's got naturally just more wheels than Otto. And soon 3 TPs to 1. So again, why would you stagecoach here? First get the map control, then get stagecoach, because it's a big gamble, right? If you stagecoach without map control, you're gonna hope that you can break the contain. And if you cannot, then it's even worse, because he gets to stagecoach himself, and not looking too good for bwinner here.
No, not really at all. I didn't even notice that third trade go up for the Iroquois player.
Yeah, it just went up. It's just really good for Hero, and it's just patches of Abus are just so bad. And repairing the war hut, such a pain for Otto to keep sieging that down. Thanks for Whisker Baskets for the $5 donation. Make Grenadiers great again. Well, they will be buffed next patch, so there you go. Still though, Abus, just strong, doing good here. Oh, Kanya's on the way. Yeah, that's the point. You know, it takes a while for Hero to get Kanya out, but when you have 3 TPs, you surely can train them.
Yeah, the economy for the Iroquois player is getting up there. These Abyss are doing a good job poking at all these infantry units, but I don't feel like it's enough to really tip the game in the favor of Beato.
Yeah, he kind of needs more Abus too, because he's lost a lot of them. And you usually want to keep all your Abus alive and have an unkillable mass, regardless of the eco. He cannot ever kill your army, you know? But now he's lost 11 Abus, and more of them dying now. Although a big batch coming in finally, with the 600 gold, he was able to get a full batch of 5 Abus, and that is going to be a nice power spike for bwinner. Again, no, he didn't repair this time Forjustice, but that war hut never quite going down, just being so annoying for Otto to deal with. He needs to snipe the war chief. War chief going down, good pickup by bwinner, gonna have his next shipment. And TP going down as well. But don't know if it's enough.
Yeah. Especially since Hero should be able to put that up again pretty easily. Something got deleted. Market.
Market going up finally for Hero.
Yep, but not for Otto. So.
Yeah. Well, he's got 23 bills, and I think he's kind of busy getting the stagecoach back, so he cannot really afford to tech his market upgrades. He really needs to invest all he has into military to break this war hut, but I think eventually Otto will just lose, because Hero is just going to keep outmassing, and at some point now it's going to be very tough for Otto. It's really because he lost so many Abus. Like, he lost 13 Abus. You need to keep them alive. And now, let's see what happens now.
We'll have to see how this engagement goes. He's starting to kite back, but a lot of Ottoman units are getting picked off pretty easily by Iroquois units. 5 Hyena join the fray, and then these two Kanye horsemen are going to flank the Abyss guns.
Yeah, that is not looking good for Otto at all. I think this is GG.
And conservative tactics just come down for the Iroquois player. So these infantry units from the red player are really going to start.
And now you look at the scores.
So cost efficient. Yeah.
It's not GG as in no one resigned. I was expecting bwinner to resign there, but no, he's escaping some units. But if you look at the scores, it's and one more TP for Hero. He's got hunting dogs as well. He's got 13 more bills. And now a calf switch for bwinner, the last hope, trying to just get a good catch with these hussars. But there's probably just enough tomahawks there, as well as the war chief, the war hut, and some Kanyas. So I don't think it's going to work.
Yeah,
He might kill the
5
warship
Huster at this point.
again.
He pushes the war chief off the TP, but I don't think that's. I think that's the least of the Ottoman worries right now.
Yeah, definitely.
There's just not enough units from the Ottoman player to actually hold up to the Iroquois.
Definitely, yeah.
And that should clean up the game and seal the deal. GG should be called here pretty shortly, I think.
Yeah, I think this is just time to resign. Not much Otto can do anymore.
Nope. But it was quite the good game though.
Yeah, just